another part of explanations about our work and what we call Jivaka body and mind, especially the branch of the activity which is called body treatment. What is necessary for us to perform that activity? Do we need special insights? Do we need special knowledge? Do we need special way of conduct to do that? And the answer, as far as I would describe it, or as far as I understand it, it does not need any special abilities, because all of us have, let's say, very limited life experience, and usually we refer to our own experience, and then we take that as a reference to what is happening right now. That means a client, a so-called client comes, has the idea that we could do something beneficial for him or her. So if we just take this little piece of information which we have resulting out of our own life experience, we cannot do a lot, let's say. It is maybe even worse. We can do a lot, but it will not have the effect of relaxation or creating a bigger space. So when we do this kind of activity, the best thing we can do is to let go all our personal stuff, meaning our personal history of life and what we take out of that, because that is ours, and the client has his or her own story of life, and the situation, the body situation of, and the mental situation, of course, also of that client, it's not the case. That is how he or she is at the moment, which is a result of his or her history. But it is the best thing we can do is to open up a bigger scale, to open up a bigger space, which is limitless, and then the client will experience something else, something beyond his or her, let's say, actual problems or sickness or disease or trauma or whatever. So we don't need to work on that specific problem and do something to make it better and so on. No, this wouldn't be helpful. The best thing we can offer is to create a space, to create a conscious space, let's say, which goes beyond any limitations, traumas, problems, and so on. And to do that, we don't need any special knowledge. The best thing we can use is our own trust and openness, or call it devotion, to the driving force behind that activity, which is Jivaka Kumarabaka. Then we think of a person, but it is not so much about the person also. This historical person, Jivaka Kumarabaka, he was just the embodiment, let's say, of something which is much bigger than the limited life experience one can have. That maybe all sounds very spaced out, but that is actually how it is. It's not so easy to explain, that's true. But anyway, I'll do that. You make up your own mind, and people who already attended some seminars have, let's say, personal experience of what these words, what they contain, what the meaning of these words is. So again, when you work with people, you don't need to know anything special, because you do not more than the client which came to you. If you think you know more or you know better, if you think you have the solution to his or her problems, that's not good, generally, because nobody knows better than somebody else. We all have the solutions already inside. We all have the complete knowledge and experience already inside of us. And the job just is to help ourselves and the client to let go, to relax, to open up to a deeper level, to a deeper level of life and to a deeper level of experience. And when this happens, then healing, insights and development and all these nice things, all these nice words and the meaning of that nice words will happen naturally. That is most important to understand. And if you understand, if we understand that, we will relax and we just will do the right things naturally. Okay, that was more theoretical in a way. Now imagine the specific situation of treatment. You know, you are sitting there, client is lying on the ground, and then we focus first of all. We use the breath, exhale. Why do we exhale? Because we need to liberate all, let's say, sticky ideas of what is real, and it's like this and it's like that and it's not like this and blah blah blah, this stuff. Therefore, first of all, we go into breathing activity, conscious, let's say, exhalation. And then, of course, as Jivaka practitioners, we center ourselves and we take the contact to the source of inspiration and power, which is this Jivaka Kumarabaka and what he was representing and which is still alive over this many centuries. And because it's timeless, it's limitless, so we have access to that. If we know the door, we all know the door because there was somebody who was showing to that door and who gave access to that door, and we can open it at any time. That was, let's say, technically spoken, the transmission of that, what we did receive by a teacher which is capable, which has the trust and openness and the devotion and the transmission to give that. So we have that. So after breathing, we focus on that and we use the, let's say, the sound, the word, the syllables, which will give this mental connection to that source. So you know that breathing and then and so on. You know it already. And then we are already far out of what was real, what we thought was real up to now. How I came here, how the weather is, what I did talk about with my client and what his expectations are and can I do it or not. All this doesn't matter. It is just inhalation, exhalation, so liberation through exhalation, and it is being in contact with this source of inspiration and source of liberation also, to use that word, but always don't take it too seriously, this kind of words. Everybody has his or her own meaning depending on which path they are following, which teachings they did hear before and so on. Make your own experience with that, then you will know what the meaning of these words is. Yeah? There's no need to judge it and so on, it's just silly to do anyway. So that is the situation. And then you start with your program, what you did learn before, how to work. And this is, when you do it, it is just a help for you to relax, that you know what you can do to make contact, body contact, direct contact with your client. And then, when you follow that path, meaning the technique which you learned before, breathing, inhaling, exhaling, in mind you perform the oneness with the source of this activity, then you will have, of course, thoughts, and you will experience certain impulses to go in here, to follow that path on the body, and so on. And when you follow your, let's say, intuition, then you always will be right. When you follow your thoughts, your ideas, it can be misleading. But if you follow the impulses in your heart, you have a better chance of doing exactly what is necessary in that very moment, in that very circumstances, in the very moment of time, let's say. And still, it is possible that you are not in tune because you think it's your heart, but it's still your brain you are following. Doesn't matter. We do mistakes. But then, if something looks like a mistake in life, then you still have the choice to say, oh, that's a mistake, terrible, and the results and now the problems. That would be one way. Or you think, okay, that is still an expression of, let's say, the perfect, the right things and appearances and everything. And then, in the end, always everything is perfect. And also in the very moment everything is perfect, but we cannot see. Why? Because we have our expectations and our fears and our concepts and everything. That is in a way the problem. We need them to live in that world. We need them to say, okay, that was 2 hours, and now if you like you can give me that amount of money, and then I have to take this train to get home and so on. Therefore we need this kind of thinking, but on a, let's say, deeper level of life, it will not help. It's simply another level. And when we perform this Jivaka activity with the intention of, let's say, healing, which means to experience more well-being, to experience more health, to experience more joy, more happiness, and all these things, then we will achieve the best results or the deepest experiences by letting go all the relative stuff, because it's on that level. It's a very deep and limitless level, and from this inspiration, this source, and then it comes up to the, let's say, relative level of life. It comes up to the visible body. If somebody is in contact with the deeper stuff, if somebody is somehow open on a deeper level of life, then naturally the body will follow that, and the general circumstances of life also will express that, like a reflection. Yes. So, in the end, to say it once again, very clearly, you need, in order to perform the activity of Jivaka, nothing else than complete, if possible, complete trust in the good, in the right, in the best, in the good, in the perfect. And how to do it? Focus on the source. If you have trust to the source, which is this Jivaka Kumarabhaka, or I was the one maybe who was showing that first, and the best proof is your own experience. I am inspiration, Jivaka Kumarabhaka is inspiration. You make your own practice, you make your own experiences, and this own experiences, that is the proof, that is the final thing you can rely on. But in order to do that, of course, you need the inspiration and the trust and the openness, otherwise you will not get off the sofa and do something. That is how it is, isn't it? Okay, that was a lot of philosophy at the early morning, let's say. I hope that you will benefit from that in one way or another. For me it is fun, and for me it is also nice because I can give the things, I can pass them on, and that is my deepest wish, to pass that on, that it will go on in the future also. Okay, for more information you have that YouTube channel, the name, if you put in the words Jivaka World, then you can see all the videos which are promoted there. And then also you can choose the website www.jivaka.org, EU or DE or PL, because we have a lot of activity in Poland, because there are some people who are really, let's say, have a lot of trust and openness. And all the others who are interested in what is behind all that stuff are welcome to contact us in one way or another. So have a very nice time and a good time, and I wish you all the very best and hope to see you soon somewhere. Bye bye.